All right, cool. I call this meeting to order at 10:36. Brett, if you wouldn't mind, could you please give me a roll call again?
Sure. Sorry, let me get my pen. President Shepard.
Present.
All right. Let's see. Senate Rep Naomi Desare.
Present.
Present. I guess I don't have to say president seated anymore, huh? Let's see. Sociology Club.
Present.
Are you,
Or one or the other.
which one do you want to represent today?
I guess it'll be sociology.
Okay. All right. Sociology, Lori is present. Ship.
Present.
Present.
Oh, so 6. Okay.
And let's see. Is it MSA? Beheshta? I can't remember.
Mine is ASA.
ASA, sorry. Thank you. ASA present. And we haven't really kind of, I guess, dealt with Aisha's position yet. So technically it's 2 out of 3 executive officers are here. Quorum has been met.
What's
Awesome.
ASA and SHIP?
I'm sorry?
What is ASA and SHIP?
ASA.
ASA is Afghan Student Association.
African?
Afghan.
Oh, Afghan.
Afghan.
Okay. And
Yes,
SHIP
Afghan
is,
Student Association.
okay. And what's SHIP?
SHIP is Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers.
Wow, thank you.
Awesome. So thank you for the roll call. So moving on to the next one would be adoption of the agenda. I am sorry that I just sent the agenda out just now. It was in my draft folder. I thought it was sent out, but it wasn't. So if everybody has had a chance to look over the agenda, if not, I can give everybody a minute.
So it's, where is it in the chat?
No, it's actually I sent it out on email. I'm using my phone today because my laptop was messing up. So Brett, maybe possibly if you received it, could you post it in the chat?
Yeah, I have it here. So the catch is, for some reason, when I post things into Zoom, you all can't see it. But
So
I'm
I mean, you can't put it on the screen?
I guess we could do that. Let's see. Let me try to upload it here, see if it works. And if not, I'll do that. All right. Can you all see that?
Nope.
Ah. Okay. Let's try this. Sorry.
Lori, did you receive it in the email?
I'm on my phone too, so it's hard for me to check.
Okay.
I can try. I don't know if I'll get kicked out, but we'll see. Let's see.
I have it here, Mark, if you want to let me share the screen.
So he has to give you permission?
Mm-hmm.
So Isla's back in person. Huh?
Let me see if I can do this.
There you go, Brett. I just made you host.
Okay. I was just gonna copy and paste the agenda items, but let's see. Where are you? All right, you see that?
Awesome. All right, there's the agenda. If you guys would
Yes,
like a
I can
minute to
see
read
that.
over the agenda. All right, if we have no objections, we'll go ahead and adopt the agenda. Hearing none, seeing none, then the agenda has been adopted. We'll move on to approval of the minutes. The minutes for the approval are January 26th, which was last Tuesday, which I just now noticed it does not take 10 minutes to approve the minutes.
Do you want me to share those? I have them.
Yeah, please. Thank you, Brett.
Let me just find them. Sorry.
I missed most of it, so.
Shoot. It's going to be via my email, so just bear with me here. Okay. Where'd it go? You all see that?
Right.
Okay.
All right, cool. There's the
Yes.
minute. I'll give everybody about 30, 45 seconds to read over the minutes.
Sorry, I'm just kind of scrolling because it's 2 pages.
All right, cool. If there's no objections, we'll go ahead and approve the minutes for January 26th. Okay, hearing none, seeing none, the approval of the minutes have been approved and adopted. All right, so we'll go ahead and move on to Chair's message. Hello, everybody. Glad you could join us on the second meeting of spring 21. Sorry for the delay in getting the meeting started. However, there is going to be a lot of stuff that I want to talk about today real quick. And I'll discuss it down there when we go to new business. I appreciate you guys attending. I would definitely like to increase the clubs attending the meetings. So I'm going to once again make sure that I can reach out to all the active clubs and definitely just make sure we invite them into the meeting so they know what's going on, especially when it comes to Booth Central. So I want to make sure that all clubs have the adequate time and opportunity to join us on Booth Central. With that being said, I cannot wait until we open campus. That'll be astronomical. So I can actually go into my office and we can actually have a normal college life. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on to Brett, the advisor's message.
All right. Aloha, happy Tuesday. Happy Groundhog's Day today. So just a couple things. I know I shared a lot of info last week at both Caeb and Senate. So really just for Caeb, kind of like what Mark said, trying to get more clubs. With Mario no longer working in the CL&D, all that falls on me. So there's some clubs that may have changed officers that might have reached out to Mario who might not have got that message back to me yet. I'm not sure. So, if you know students that want to either be active or come to these meetings, please invite them. Please share the word. As of last count, there were 22 chartered clubs. I don't know how many, all of them are active, but since fall, 22 have been chartered. So, we'll keep grinding, we'll keep meeting, and we'll keep trying to encourage students to come to the meetings and or join a club. Let's see, what else? Kind of going on reopening. I know that's Mark kind of touched on it. So typically the fall schedule it was supposed to be released on March 22nd. And then students could sign up for classes shortly thereafter. And I think summer was right around that time too. They have recommended, it's not official yet, but they have recommended to push it back 2 weeks to April 5th so that it allows more time to make decisions about what fall might look like in terms of classes. Especially like if a class is scheduled for Davies Hall and 35 students sign up for it, and then they realize, oh shoot, we can't have 35 students in Davies Hall room, whatever. So they're still trying to figure that out. But just be aware that if you're returning in the fall or taking a summer class, that the schedule might come out a little later this year. It might be closer to your registration date. And as more stuff develops, I will let folks know as I hear it. I put in the chat, I don't know if all of you were here when we started, the campus reopening website, the district one. So if you get a chance, take a look at that. It has all the meetings that they held with staff and faculty and with the student discussion. It's recorded, so you can go in and watch it, and things may have came up since then, things may have changed since then. But it has all the contact info, the folks kind of leading all that. So if you want to reach out to them, you can, or you can reach out to me, or Mark or Naomi if you want to go that route too. So that's really the updates I have for returning. The last thing I'll say is our campus president, Melanie Dixon, they sent out to staff this morning ideas for events that focus around healing. Folks have been going through a lot, right? With being remote, pandemic, might have lost jobs, lost housing. A lot of people are hurting. So Melanie has asked, President Dixon has asked for folks to come up with ideas around events that focus on healing. So if you have any ideas on that, please reach out to me, or I can put you in contact with President Dixon and her staff for any ideas. So with that, that's really all I have today. So I'll hand it back over to Mark. Thank you.
Brett, thank you very much. Yeah, I was on the executive leadership team meeting with Naomi as well yesterday, and I remember her touching touching bases on that. So that was amazing. All right, cool. So we'll go ahead and move on to public comment. So this time is reserved for members of the public to address the clubs and events board on issues not already appearing on the agenda. A limit of 2 minutes per speaker shall be observed, with a maximum of 4 minutes per topic. No discussion is allotted on public comment. The law does not permit any action to be taken nor extended discussion of any items not already on the agenda. The ASB Clubs and Events Board may briefly respond to statements posed for questions posed. However, for further information, please contact the ASBK president for the item of discussion to be placed on a future agenda. At this time, do we have any public comment? Okay, no public hearing none and seeing none. We'll go ahead and move on to the next item on the agenda, which would be appointments and swearing in. At this time, we have no appointments and swearing in. Just to let everybody know that there is openings. There is an opening for vice president, as well as some other executive roles. So if you're interested in joining the Caeb, please let me know. All right, so we'll move on to unfinished business. There is no unfinished business. We'll move on to new business. The same item as it was on last week's agenda. Item 10.1, plans for spring 2021. This time shall be reserved to discuss plans for spring 2021 semester. The reason why I put this back on the agenda is I want to kind of maybe if anybody has any ideas over the week since last week that they would like to share with the board. This would now be the time. Brett, touching back on what you were just saying with President Dixon, definitely want to create some events, not just virtual club day. So I'll be speaking with Naomi after the meeting, as well as trying to see if we can come up with some ideas, some events, especially focusing around mental health. So at this time, does anybody like to speak on any plans, ideas, suggestions, or anything like that for spring 2021 semester?
I do.
Yeah, please.
So I want to bring up the idea of the blanket fort contest again, just because, just getting it out there again. And then I know one thing that we did, I think it was the Sages that held it when we were in person. There was like a dog therapy thing they had on campus, where I always missed it. I always wished I could make it, but where you could, I think it was like petting the dogs, and it was very therapeutic for a lot of people. And I was wondering, I mean, obviously we can't do that in person, but if there's some kind of like virtual equivalent to it that we can do. I know that the Sages had a pet photo contest. I don't know if that's really the equivalent, really, but if we could figure out some, I have no idea where I'm going with this exactly, but something like that kind of captures that same feeling.
Yeah, I think it was if I'm not mistaken, Naomi, I think it was like a dog therapy, kind of like an animal therapy session. I know like local hospitals, they have animals that come in for healing. So maybe I can try to reach out to operations at the hospital and see if, or maybe their mental health staff at the hospital, and see if they have any ideas or suggestions that they can maybe point us into the right person to contact, and see if there is something that we can do virtual. So yeah, I like that idea. Go ahead, Naomi.
Okay, so you totally inspired. So you know how they have like adoption events where you can like meet the dogs or the pets and see if you wanted to adopt them. So if you have those connections, I was wondering if we could do some like virtual kind of thing like that. I know that for anybody who's ever watched is it the Late Show with Stephen Colbert? Mm-hmm. He does this thing where he does I don't remember what it's called, but he'd take dogs from the local shelter, and he would like make up stories about them with a celebrity, and apparently they always get adopted, and obviously we're not celebrities, so it doesn't have the same effect, but I don't know, I thought that was a cool way that they encouraged pet adoption. And as an animal lover myself, I always find animals to be very therapeutic, and having a friend at home is very healing for me like that. So I don't know if that can kind of relate to what Melanie Dixon was talking about.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I'll see what I can do with that. Also, I'm just reading the chat. Brett, our nurse's office may have some info. They led in the Linda Hart virtual events last fall. Yeah. So, do you know who I should reach out to as far as the nurse or mental health staff? Brett?
Yeah, the two nurses, Pam Whipple.
Yeah, that's right.
And yeah, Pam Whipple, I think, is the one that led it, but I can get you both their contact info.
Please. All right, cool. Anybody else have any ideas, suggestions, comments?
I have an idea.
Yeah, please.
I think it was last semester. I don't remember which organization it was, but they were doing yoga with meditation. I'm not sure if you guys do yoga, or if you have tried it, but it really does. I mean, we all have thoughts, right? Where it's hard to stop thinking. But I started to really get heavy on meditating every morning. And there was this yoga instructor that I think Mario actually contacted. Her name was, I think it's Jessica Smith. And she did, I think, a few series. And I was able to be a part of that. And it really helped to, just be a little bit more aware of the thoughts that were going through my mind, and just kind of be able to regulate them. And I got a little bit more deeper into it, and just started to do exercises like, okay, when I have this feeling or these thoughts, how can I switch it? Because, like you said, Brett, everyone's going through a lot. It just, the times that are happening, and maybe that's something we might want to bring back up. I do think a lot of students benefited from that. And then just to piggyback a little bit with what Naomi said, I like the whole adoption idea. I do have a cousin who actually just graduated from St. Mary's, and because of this pandemic, she actually started fostering kittens. So she's been doing this throughout the pandemic in March, and unfortunately, she has a lot of kittens, and she's trying to get them adopted and in good homes. But with this whole pandemic, it's really hard to get them neutered and spayed. That she already has two of them that are pregnant. So she's also trying to figure it out. So if you guys ever feel like that's something you guys want to do, I definitely have a contact. My cousin's literally doing it out of her heart and just trying to help the kittens. But yeah, I like that idea, Naomi. I think it's, I have pets as well, and they are very therapeutic. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that new idea up.
Awesome. No, I like that idea. Maybe possibly can reach out to the local shelter and see if maybe we can host a virtual event, and maybe see if we can get Scott Crow, if I'm not mistaken. He is still our public relations officer, and maybe possibly host an event throughout ARC. You never know, might be able to adopt some pets, because everybody needs a home, right? So, and I know pets are very helpful. I have a dog. Well, my parents have a dog, so, and I know when I'm having a hard time, she comes over, sits on my lap, and it just kind of cheers you up. So they have emotions too, so it's really, really good, especially during this pandemic right now. But no, I like that idea. Awesome. Anybody else have any suggestions, ideas, comments?
Is a movie considered therapy?
Yeah, I mean, depending on what kind of movie, maybe we could do like a motivational movie.
Well, what I was thinking of, and I don't know what, I can't even think of what The Office Next Door, that does all the movies sometimes, that was next door to CL&D. But it's Black History Month, and a couple of Black actors have passed recently, Cicely Tyson, Chadwick Boseman. And so I didn't know, Chadwick has played Thurgood Marshall. He's played James Brown, which that might be kind of uplifting. So I just thought something like that might be good. I don't know what anybody else is doing, but yeah, the hub. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, you're overseeing the hub now too. Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. What do you have? 6 jobs now?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe I can try to form a committee for this month, for Black History Month, and maybe we can try to put something together. If anybody's
maybe Brett can coordinate with himself and do it with the hub.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to hop in there, the technology piece is the hardest part. Like, how I know they had that Netflix app for a while, but correct me if I'm wrong, that's not a thing anymore. The extension.
It's if you don't mind, it's still a thing. They changed the name. It's like called Teleparty or something. And it now supports more than just Netflix. I think it does like Hulu and Disney Plus. They just changed the name. It's still there, and it still works with Netflix.
Okay. Yeah,
we watched a movie with Region 2, so I can try to find out how they did it.
Yeah, if you don't
Lori,
mind,
that'd be awesome if you could do that, and send myself and Brett maybe the information.
I will ask and see if I get a reply.
Go ahead, Brett. I knew you were going to say something. Sorry.
I think that's all I have. Just if there's copyright issues, we'll have to figure that out. But like some directors have already like said, if it's for educational purposes, you have my permission. Like that movie 13th, that you can hear that whenever. The director actively said, please show this movie to whoever can see it. So, but other folks aren't quite like that. So we just got to figure that piece out too. But yeah, that's all.
Okay. Awesome. Anybody else have any comments, suggestions, ideas? Sylvia, going back to your yoga meditation thing, that was under the self-care event. I did hear a lot of positive feedback on that from Mario and others. So definitely maybe reconsider doing that again. So I know that was something very successful last semester. So I'm glad to hear that that did help you and others. So maybe we can bring back the vendor again and do another yoga meditation session. So
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
yeah, no problem. Anybody else have any ideas, suggestions, comments?
Mark.
Go ahead.
So we did try to do a Netflix party. What was it, for Constitution Day, and we tried to show the 13th. The technology did work. Just one thing to think about, if we do want to do I think it applies to any event, we just really need to think about like publicizing it, because with the 13th, it ended up just being me watching it, and like one person jumped in and then left. So just like basically just making sure that this is really widely known. So yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Awesome. Yeah, and we'll I'll definitely like I said, it's kind of hard for one person to to run a board. It takes a whole team. And I have Naomi who's helped me out dramatically, and Brett as well. So yeah, definitely we'll definitely look into that and make sure that this time that it gets publicized, heavily, and maybe try to get a hold of Scott Crow and see if he can put it in any type of newsletters, or maybe possibly reach out to the Current and have them try to publicize it for us as well. Any other ideas, suggestions, comments, concerns?
Just one quick thing, Mark.
Go ahead.
So I've learned since we've been remote, and kind of as we talked about earlier, I'm overseeing a lot of stuff. My advice to you all is, instead of trying to do 20 different things and kind of stretch yourself really thin, even if it's just one additional event, right? Promote it, put all your effort into it. That's fine. Like, we're not on campus where we could, just throw whatever in the student center or the quad. So my advice would be, kind of hone in on something, focus on that, as opposed to we're going to do this day and this day, because everyone's stretched. So just my advice.
No, I appreciate that very much, Brett. And I'm kind of leaning towards maybe like the yoga meditation, as well as anything to do mainly focused around mental health. I think that'll kind of tie in with President Dixon's objective and what she wants to do. So maybe I see in the chat that you have the contact information. I do as well. So yeah, maybe we can reach back out and set something else up again. But maybe this time we can maybe discuss it with President Dixon and see if we can get some backing for to being able to publicize it. So cool. Anybody else have any comments? Ideas?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just following what Brett says, I totally agree. And I would just like to redirect the conversation, or some of the conversation, back to that adoption center idea, just so that, I don't know, I really like it. And I think it totally ties into the mental health thing, and I don't know, maybe think about it.
Okay.
I like that one too.
All right. Awesome. So if there's no other comments or anything like that, we'll go ahead and move on to the next item on the agenda, which is 10.2, Booth Central Club Days. This time shall be reserved to discuss and potentially take action on creating virtual booth days. So let me go ahead and pull up my calendar real quick. So real quickly, I know Boost Central. Hold on one second, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay. So pulling up a calendar. I have a template that I'll be sending out as soon as I end this meeting. I'll be sending it out. It kind of gives you a brief description on what Boost Central is. It took me a minute to draft it up. It's very simple. Boost Central is actually willing to help guide you and create the panel, I guess you would say, for each of the clubs. I know some of the clubs are probably not going to be interested in doing it because either A, they're not actively meeting, so I have to take that into consideration. But I would definitely love, obviously, as many clubs as we possibly can to join us. I'm also going to probably just reach out to maybe a couple different departments, maybe mental health department, and see if they would be interested in creating a booth or channel is how they label it. So possibly we can have a nice event. What I want to discuss real quick is possible dates for February. I know that we're going to need some time to promote it. Obviously today is February 2nd. I'm thinking about possibly doing it the last week of February, which would be from the 22nd to the 26th. That would be the Monday through Friday. I've noticed that a weekend event doesn't really have a really good turnout, just due to the fact that it's the weekend and everybody's wanting to take a break from school. So I want to try to keep it within Monday through Friday. So I'm thinking anywhere between the 22nd to the 26th of February. If anybody has any, or if you agree, please let me know now. If you think that would be feasible and possible, and you think that would be enough adequate time to do that. Do you guys agree?
You said February 22nd?
Second, or a 1 day from February 22nd through the 26th. If we can maybe possibly pick a day that we think that would be you know what I'm saying, enough time and a good day. I'm thinking maybe possibly like a Wednesday or even Thursday. Just because I know Tuesdays is Caeb meetings, Fridays is Senate meetings. So I wanted to kind of try to steer away from that. What do you think, Naomi?
So my only concern right now is that ASB lobby day is somewhere right around there, and they're still, as far as I know, they're still trying to hone in on the specific date. Like at one point it was the 22nd, and then they moved it to the 24th, and I'm not sure exactly where it is right now, but it would be in right around that time.
Okay. And
I see Brett.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's not official yet, but it sounded like all the colleges were agreement that the 24th would work for lobby day, which is that Wednesday. So probably want to avoid that day. So I don't know if you want to do it in lieu of a Caeb meeting on that Tuesday, or that Thursday.
How about the 25th?
Yeah, typically in the past, our club days were on a Thursday, and Mondays are a bad idea to host events because we get over the weekend. So,
does it need to be in February?
Yeah, I would prefer, just because the way we allocated the funds and we're going to pay for it was for one event in February, one event in March, and Brett, if I'm not mistaken, one event in April.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if we're all in the,
I mean,
go ahead.
sorry, you guys, I'm driving, so it's a little bit noisy. But just real quick, something that a ship and engineering club that we noticed, and I think you guys touched on it, was the advertisement. So I think February, the last week of February would work. I think we only have Wednesday as an option. But I use Canva, which is like a template for like social media to advertise and make flyers. So if you guys like need someone, I'm more than like happy to like volunteer to make this flyer to make sure that we like just send a mass email and alert of this event happening.
What was it called again?
Canva.
Yep.
Turn out.
I love
Okay.
Canva, so supported. I also use Procreate, which is free. No, it's not. It's not free. Never mind. But it's not a subscription one. But if you guys are considering that, that's also a good one too.
Okay, Brett has a pro account because Brett is a pro. Love it.
It's just you pay like a monthly fee and then you're able to resize them, which is huge because you'll make a flyer or like a PDF and it's made for like an email. But if you post that same one on Instagram, it's all like distorted and weird. So the professional account, you can say, all right, make this PDF that was made for email into an Instagram post and it reshapes it. Yeah, Sylvia knows what's up. So yeah, but
Awesome.
I think I got a spring for a pro account. So much better.
Okay.
so
Cool.
maybe
I don't think we're going to get a lot of participation. And now we've allocated $1,500, correct?
Correct.
I'm just wondering about the bang for the buck here.
Could you elaborate?
Well, if it's going to be worth the money if we don't get a lot of participation.
And that's what I'm thinking is that if I don't get a response back from the clubs, I'm going to reach out to the departments. And I know some departments would definitely love to be a part of it. So I guess what I'm trying to do is create an event that kind of opens up the campus virtually, as if we were there having a club day or a career day or a departmental information day. I guess is my objective, is what I want to do. So I'm definitely going to reach out to mental health, and possibly like the Sages, and see if the Sages want to have a booth, a channel.
Maybe the transfer office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the transfer office is also a good. Let me see something real quick. I'll put that there. Transfer.
Because people might be desperate for help for that kind of thing.
Right.
We could even bring in Mario from financial aid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Awesome. So go ahead.
Mark, real quick, just thinking logistically, today's the 2nd. If y'all decide on the 25th, that's 3 weeks from Thursday. We'll probably, maybe if you want to lock in the day today, I can reach out to the whole like staff faculty and say, hey, save the date, all that. But if Sylvia still is interested in making flyers, they're going to need like the how do you log in info and all that stuff so that students can say, oh, that's cool, I want to come check that out, right? So
right. I'm working on that today. I took today off to focus on this Booth Central event heavily, as well as being able to get the promoter tools and such. I'm actually got a phone call with Booth Central, the rep out there, that she's going to walk me through it. So that way it's easy to teach the clubs how to do it, or teach the departments how to do it, as well as once I send that to them. Brett, my apologies. I just noticed in my draft folder that no wonder you haven't got it, because it's in my draft folder with the bill and the invoice and the agenda and the minutes. So you'll be receiving that probably in the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, so my apologies because I was wondering, just like I just had to look in the draft. So you'll be receiving that today. And so okay, so if everybody's cool with, let's just say February 25th as a Thursday. Okay, all right, so if you don't mind, can we look at our calendars for March? I would like to keep it. Go ahead.
Mark. So I think you're saying we're finalizing the date at the 25th. So then another thing you touched on this briefly is, like, I think we need to immediately kind of start thinking, like, in addition to publishing, publicizing the event, is also we'd have to have like a smaller event where people can actually learn how to do this, the people who are participating, which you totally touched on when you were talking about how you need to be able to teach others. So we'd probably need to be getting started on that also really quickly.
Okay, yeah. So maybe like a smaller event, as far as maybe just have the event just for the department.
Could that be a Cabe meeting?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it could.
Just
Yeah.
do a Cabe meeting,
Okay.
I'm seeing this more as for departments than clubs, because we're, unless you start getting a lot of responses from clubs.
Right. Okay. So I mean, I guess maybe what I can say is I want to open it up to clubs, but I think maybe we should just primarily focus on departmental. So possibly, open it up to, maybe just reach out to the departments. Leave it open for the clubs as well. They can join, create a booth and join. But Brett, maybe, I mean, Naomi or in the whole board, do you guys think that that would be more successful is having a, departmental event?
I think your focus should still be clubs, right? But if only 5 clubs say yes, we will be there on Thursday, February 25th, then at least you have maybe 5 or 6 departments, right? Transfer center, financial aid, career center, whoever. It can kind of be a blend, but I would still promote it as virtual club day. It should be student focused, and then those other departments could say, oh, there's going to be hopefully like 100 students that are available. Like financial aid would love to chat with them, right? And so I would still keep the focus on the clubs, but definitely, you can have other departments there. It's kind of like a welcome day meets club day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let me type that in my notes right here. All right. So if everybody's in agreement, so then we'll go ahead and do it as February 25th. Yeah. Will be our first virtual event.
Go for it.
Is there any objections besides Lori saying go for it? Is there any other objections from anybody? Okay, hearing none, seeing none. So we'll go ahead and officially make February 25th our first official. We'll have to figure out the context of it, whether it be virtual club day, whatever we're gonna try to think of the name to label it as. So let's go ahead and move on to March. Does anybody have any suggestions on dates in March? No. Okay, so March 25th is also a Thursday. So that gives us 30 days out. So if we possibly want to keep it just so it's on, March 25th on February is a Thursday. I mean, February 25th is a Thursday. March 25th is a Thursday.
I think that's cool. I was just checking my calendar. I think that's good. Keep it kind of similar, mirrored image.
Okay. And as far as April, Brett, do you have your academic calendar available?
I can find it.
I'm wondering if because April 22nd or April 29th is a Thursday.
So the 29th of April is a Thursday. Selfish reasons, that week of the 19th through the 23rd, that's student elections. So you could either combine it and try to hype it up and make it a big deal, or you could focus on student elections that week. So the days that folks actually vote are the 20th and the 21st.
How about we'll say that again? Oh, okay. So the day they actually vote is the 20th and 21st.
Mm-hmm.
So what if we do it on the 15th and combine it as a hyped up election virtual event? Meet the candidates, what do you think?
So the meet the candidates one, because I have to like moderate that and everything. That one we can do over Zoom because you don't really need to go into a booth per se. But I get what you're saying. How do I say this?
Just say it.
I guess I would fear, I don't know what kind of turnout we're going to get for people that want to run for office right now. It's really hard to recruit people. I would fear that someone could go into a booth and say, you know, vote for me, let's do this, let's do that. I don't know. I'm thinking out loud.
Okay.
I would keep them separate. That was just my 2 cents.
No, I can see why.
The 15th is tax day. Are people going to be busy?
Okay. So far, so let's retouch back on in the upcoming week or two for April. But if we can we'll go ahead and finalize February and March. As February 25th as well as March 25th. And we'll just use those 2 dates as of right now, as the official club day. Does that sound good with everybody?
I have kind of a strange idea for March.
What?
Something like memorializing, celebrating, surviving a year of COVID.
Okay.
Yeah, we went remote. Our first day was March 18th because that's my wife's birthday. So that would be just over a year. That would make sense.
That was also the day that we were originally planning on having our vocal jazz ensemble.
Aw.
Went remote 1 year.
Unrelated note, we're going on 11 months next week of no haircut. So almost a year.
Can you braid your hair now?
Do you have a ponytail?
No braids, no ponytail yet, but yeah.
You're working on it.
My dad, we braided his hair. We did a lot of tiny braids in his hair, so he is at that point now.
No.
It's a very strange look on his very Indian face.
I know.
Brett, could you
bring us a
elaborate on February 23rd for the Caeb meeting? Do a training.
So if all goes well with the Booth Central folks, right? Clubs aren't going to know necessarily like, where do I go? How do I get in this room? Like maybe we could do a training. So like I'm looking at Sylvia right now. So SHIP or engineering club could say, okay, we need a booth. How do we log in? What do we do? Just like a training on that end. So folks know how to participate in it. So your vendors, right? They need to know how to do all that. So maybe a quick, like, hopefully it's easy, quick 10, 15 minute like training on it.
Yeah. I actually looked at the I actually went through the whole entire process. Like I said, Booth Central basically gave me access as if we've already paid for it. So that way I can kind of see how things go. Maybe Brett, if we can schedule some time in the next couple days, and go over Zoom, I'll share the screen and kind of show you, how simple and what it entails. So maybe we can schedule something, like I said, within the next day or two.
Sure.
All right, cool. So we'll do that then. All right, so far, we're gonna officially say that February 25th is the first virtual club day. And are we all in agreement for March 25th?
Well, if the 25th is a Thursday, the 18th is also a Thursday.
Yeah.
So if we're going to do the year, if the 18th is the year date, should we do that one?
That'd be cool too. 25th would be a little bit easier since it's spread out, but I like the idea of having it on the 18th.
I'm just thinking from promotional standpoint of view, because I was a promoter, is the minimum that we want to do is 30-day out. But however, that's 21 days. So, or 23 days, if I'm not mistaken.
You mean from the previous club day?
Correct.
Well, unless we promote them, simultaneously.
Yeah, we could do that. Okay. Okay. All right. I like that. I like that idea. So let's go ahead and make February 25th, and then we'll go ahead and do March 18th. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. Which is
All right,
also
cool.
the day after St. Patrick's, if that makes any difference.
All right, cool. So we'll go ahead and lock it in right now. So February 25th will be our first event. March 18th will be our second event with a 1-year anniversary, of us going remote. All right, cool. So guys, go ahead and put that on your calendar for now. And then I will, like I said, today I took off today to focus on this heavily today, for the next couple hours. So like I said, I have a meeting with Booth Central later on today. So that'll be cool. They're gonna walk me through the whole promotional part of it, the whole how to explain it, as well as once we officially 100% purchase this thing with Booth, that we'll actually have live support. During the event, there actually will be support from Booth Central. So if any technical issues happen or anything like that, there will be somebody, a team, that'll be on standby to assist. So that comes with the package, of Caeb paying $1,500. Which, here's the thing though, is if we don't use all the dates, it doesn't cost as much. So that's cool. So we won't spend all of the money. So that's pretty cool. And it's only based off of how many booths are used. So we allocated 25 booths. So if only 10 are used, then it's cheaper. So which is cool. So cool. Is there any other anybody else like to add anything for agenda item 10.2? No?
I was just thinking for the celebration in March, we could solicit like little videos from people about their survival techniques, and we're not out of it yet, but hopefully there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay. All right. Cool. So put that in there. All right, cool. Anybody else have anything for item 10.2? Awesome. Hearing none, seeing none, we'll go ahead and move on to item 10.3, which is chartered clubs. And I did just now notice that this time shall be reserved. My apologies for the typo. This time shall be reserved. to discuss and potentially take action on chartering Spring 21 clubs. I do have a list. I am going to read over the list real quick, just because I have an updated list, and these are going to be the clubs that are officially chartered for Spring 21. So here we go. So AAUW, American Association of University Women, Research Club, Pride and STEM Club, Ping Pong Club. This is another Pride and STEM. Ellis, ELLIS.
What is that?
I'm not sure. I'll have to ask Mario to reach out to that one, find out the acronym or the definition of it. Future Educators Club, International Life Talk Time Club, Improv Club, Engineering, Theater Arts Club, Model United Nations, Umoja. Can somebody help me with that? UMOJA.
Umoja Saku.
Saku. Umoja Saku, BSU. Brown Issues, Community of Voices, Afghan Student Association, was also known as ASA, Coalition of Undocumented Students and Allies, which is CUSA, ARC Sociology Club, Progressive Democrats of ARC, Latinos Unidos, okay.
Unidos.
Beta Psi Beta Kappa Beta is the Beta. American River Student Nurses Association, Women in STEM, Women in STEM and Native American Student Union are pending GPA and unit verification. So that brings us to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. That brings us to 24 clubs with 2, like I said, pending GPA and unit verification. So as soon as we receive confirmation on that, then we'll go ahead and add them to the agenda just to go ahead and make sure that they have officially been chartered and they are officially being recognized as an official club. So does anybody have any objections or anything like that? No?
Real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you say Psi Beta or PT?
Psi Beta, yeah.
Okay. I know PTK is trying to charter. I don't know where they're at with that. I got to connect with Mario, but okay, thank you.
Yes.
Was
All right,
Mario
awesome.
their advisor?
No, they were trying to charter as Mario was transitioning out.
Oh, okay.
So me trying to hop in there, there's just confusion on where they're at and what they still need, if anything.
Is that Jacobs and Afson's? Okay.
Yeah. All right, cool. So we'll go ahead and move on the agenda to committee reports. This time is reserved for committee to provide the board with a brief report on current standing of active committees. I don't think there was any reports on that. So we'll go ahead and move on to board member reports and announcements. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. So this time should be reserved for board members to inform the board about relevant campus-wide events and to report any pertaining community progress activities. Yes.
Is that club reports too?
Board member reports would be probably under the club reports, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So does anybody have any board member reports or announcements?
So you said it is club reports also?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I can speak for the sociology and progressive Dems.
Good.
That's okay.
Yep.
We have a list that at least a tentative list that I'll send to you and Brett of meeting topics for the semester. I'll read a few of them. We're still working on our labor statement. We're having a woman's member's great aunt come to speak. She was a freedom singer and activist back in the 60s. And then also the Black experience at ARC, women of color and unemployment, the glass ceiling and second shift because one of our professors had a baby during COVID. There's one on sexuality and sex work. There's a two-parter on homelessness with mental health and then criminal justice, Biden's first 100 days, and then self-care, including yoga. And then the 20th of April, we're doing Weed Week for marijuana on economic or labor perspective, criminal justice reform. One of the professors is going to present findings from Beyond Guided Pathways report. And then some tentative ones are trying to get the new ARC president to come speak. And then a couple of talks on COVID, the impact on poor communities, on trans folks, and migration and immigration. And then of course we want a pets and animals one too. So got a lot of stuff going on.
All right, cool. Lori, if you don't mind, could you send me that update in my email, please?
Yes, I will.
Awesome, thank you. Anybody else have any board reports or announcements?
Yeah, actually I do.
Go ahead, please.
So I'm actually meeting with President Dixon on Friday. So I just wanted to like if there's anything someone specifically wants to be brought up, I just want to hear, like, if there is something, then just let me know. And
Can she
I
come
can't
speak at
guarantee
Senate?
she's not going to be
Let's not
speaking at
interrupt.
Senate. It's a meeting. It will be a meeting, just one-on-one meeting. I know there's a specific topic for the meeting, but I just want to hear if there's something you specifically want voiced there. Send me an email.
All right, let's make sure that we don't interrupt and follow Brown Act and stuff like that, please.
Okay.
So Naomi, so I can rephrase, so I can make sure we got this down. So you're meeting with President Dixon on Friday, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And what else are you saying? Because I didn't.
Yes, I just if anybody wants a specific topic to be brought up, I can't guarantee it will be talked about. But they want something voiced, just shoot me an email.
Okay. All right. Okay, and also, like I said, this is also for clubs. If any clubs would like to, let the board know what their club is doing, or any information at all, announcements, progress, stuff like that. Now's the time. So if there's anybody,
Sorry, Mark.
Go
Yes.
yes, go ahead.
Again, sorry. For MUN, we are still trying to get our first meeting. So we sent out a survey yesterday where we're trying to figure out how we're going to be meeting best this semester. So that's MUN's update.
MUN update. Okay. Anybody else have any updates, announcements? No. Okay, hearing and seeing then. Go ahead. Was somebody gonna say something?
I just tried to send you an email and it says it's no longer accepting emails. I don't know what.
Did you see, Naomi? It did that to you again as well. It kicked it back, saying that it was that it was invalid email.
You're talking about my email?
Yeah.
Okay. I can confirm spelling again. It's it's Ndasari, so Ndasari dot, so period, asbarc@gmail.com.
Yeah, that's what I have. But for some reason, it didn't. Remember that about, I don't know, a couple
Yeah, I
months ago.
remember. I
Yeah,
have no idea what happened with that.
and then I sent it again, and it went through. So I didn't
Yeah.
change anything or nothing. So it might just be a server error. Lori, as far as that's concerned, maybe just try it again. I'll send you an email, and then you just hit reply. Oh, there you
It
go.
was
Brett
something.
typed it in for me.
It was something like Mark at Advancing X.
Oh, that's so. I don't know why that keeps showing. I don't know. That's like you can delete that email. Yeah,
I don't
that
even know how
email
to
is
do that.
not valid. Yeah. No,
Okay,
that's
so use
the markshepard.asbarc@gmail.com.
okay, Mark Shep. Is there a period between Mark and Shepard?
No, markshepard
Okay.
dot asbarc at
Mm-hmm.
gmail.com.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Is there any other board member reports, announcements? Nope. Okay, so we'll go ahead and move on to public comment number 2. This time is reserved for members of the public to address the clubs and events board on issues not already appearing on the agenda. A limit of 2 minutes per speaker shall be observed with a maximum of 4 minutes per topic. No discussion is allotted on public comment. The law does not permit any action to be taken nor extended discussion of any items not on the agenda. The ASB Clubs and Events Board may briefly respond to statements made for questions posed. However, for further information, please contact ASBK President for the item of the discussion to be placed on future agenda. At this time, is there any public comment?
I have one quick thing.
Go ahead.
Sorry. So one thing that we've noticed across the state, but even a little bit here in Los Rios, is some student groups, I don't want to say they're going rogue because I don't think that's their intent, but they're using ARC's name without being chartered through the CLND and Caeb. So there's a couple that are politically kind of affiliated, and then like a research group. There's not really much that I can do about that. I'm not the internet police. I'm not trying to be the internet police. But if you do come across a group that's using the name like ARC for anything, if they're not, especially if they're not a club that you heard listed off earlier, just let me know. I'm just trying to reach out to folks and say, hey, are you interested in being a club? Going that route. I'm not trying to like get their account taken down or anything like that. But I just thought the board should know about that there are a couple of groups that are out there that are meeting. They're doing great work, it looks like, but they just are not officially recognized. So that's all.
Okay. Awesome. I mean,
So
it's not hard to be recognized as a charter club, once they do the whole GPA and unit verification, which I wouldn't understand why they wouldn't do that, because one, they're going to be allotted money, or excuse me, funds, at the end of the semester and stuff like that. So, and also they can actually request for funds to help. So, yeah.
Mark,
Yes.
I think it has to do more with uncertainty and just not knowing necessarily the procedures. I don't think it's like intentionally trying to not, I mean, obviously I don't know, but
Right.
just from my own experience, obviously during this online environment, it's a lot harder to understand exactly what you need to do. You don't have an
Okay.
advisor, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe go ahead.
Yeah, just that.
as long as they
maybe
don't.
Brett can reach out and then we can actually send them the information that needs to be done with the Google form that Mario has created with CLD. So maybe we can, or myself, or like I said, Brett can reach out and invite them and try to get them officially chartered.
As long as they don't say anything under the auspices of ARC that we don't want them to say.
So yeah, and that was kind of how I found out about it. Was there was a group and they're politically, affiliated, which is fine. But when you put in ARC in there or any other school, then it may come across as like that they're recognized by the campus, that the campus may be endorsing that. So we just want to kind of direct them through those proper channels. And it could be they just don't even know, right? They're just sitting home right now, they're virtual, they just don't know how to do that. So if you come across folks doing work, just steer them either my way or Mark's way or whatever, and we can try to get them started.
All right, awesome. So if there's no public comment, no other public comment, then we'll go ahead and, actually, excuse me, rephrase this. Is there any other public comment? Okay, hearing none and seeing none, we'll go ahead and move on to adjournment. So we'll go ahead and adjourn this meeting at 11:46. Meeting has been adjourned. And we'll go ahead and
my Cubs meet at 12:30, and we had like, I don't know, the professors are doing a good job of recruiting. We had like 20 people, and some more people have joined since then. So.
all right. Awesome. So, all right. So, guys, this meeting has been adjourned. And if we have nothing else to discuss, then you guys have a good one.
I just want to thank you for doing this, Mark, in these difficult conditions, and also Brett for doing your 6 jobs.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I'm trying to think. We have a vice president, right?
No, there is not. There is. We do not have a vice president. Yeah. So that slot is available. So I'm definitely looking for candidates, and if anybody's interested, or if they know anybody that's possibly interested in being vice president, please just reach out to myself or Brett.
I thought Aisha was vice president.
No, she's not an ARC student. She didn't get to take the class that she wanted to take. So.
Oh. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, you guys have a good one. I got a lot of stuff I got to do today. And yeah.
All right.
Mark, you still want to talk afterwards, right?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So you just let me know what's up with.
Yeah, sounds good. Actually, give me like 5-10 minutes, and then if you're available, then we can just talk on the phone. We don't need to chat on Zoom or anything.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, guys. Brett, thank you very much. We appreciate it, and I thank you guys for attending. And you guys have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
All right, bye.
Bye, y'all.
Brett, did you say you wanted to talk about something after the meeting? It's like briefly. I thought on the text message. If not, then that's totally fine. I'm ready to get off too.
I think I did say something.
Well, fine. You guys don't want to hang out with me? I mean, I see how it is.
Hey. No, it was about something for Friday. Let me.
Was it weave?
Oh, weave. Yeah, I haven't heard back from her yet.
Okay, this meeting, just to let you guys know, it's still being recorded because I can't get it to stop.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, it's nothing. Nothing major.
Okay, I know. I'm just letting you guys know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then in that case, maybe just end the meeting and.
Yeah, I'll just leave her on the agenda. I'll reach out to her again if we don't hear anything on Friday. Just say, hey, scheduling conflict. We'll reschedule, whatever.
Sounds good.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Y'all have a good one.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.